Stack it DOP, make sure USD. Got them NFTs, all on me.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Chris coming to you guys live with another episode of the NFT City podcast. I got my boy Dom as usual. How you feeling today, bro?
Was goody, NFT City, what up? Episode 11. I feel good. I feel great, bro. Things are good. Warmer weather here in New York City, so yeah, bro. I think it's ball season, right? The season's ending. Playoffs gonna be starting soon. Weather's nice to play ball at. I got a new space. Feel me? Like, I might have to buy that hoop for the backyard. Let homies come through.
Definitely should, bro. Not only that, bro, you can run some drills in your backyard. You already know that's a great workout, bro. I mean, when we play ball, I know you be breaking a sweat, bro. So for sure, bro. For sure.
I was looking at prices on Amazon. I think I might cop one that's like under 200. I think it's a deal, bro.
That's type cheap, bro. To be honest, especially for like the the fun ball brings to our lives. You know what I mean? Like $200, bro. Oh, I mean, you got to do it, bro.
Word. In the meantime, I just be practicing the handles. You feel me? I mean, yeah. Next, I'm taking somebody's ankles next time.
Oh shit. I mean, definitely not the fuck out of here, but
yeah, bro. I'll let you take over, bro. You do this best.
I appreciate that, bro. But yeah, as usual, NFT City fam, we got some news for you guys. Again, by the time you guys hear this recording, you guys would have already probably purchased this, but we have pre-register packs being released this week, and so maybe Dom, you can go into a bit about how that works.
Yeah, for sure, bro. So we have we've had base set packs drop all the time, and before it was just like whether it was a stress test or announced prior, it was still just a rush to try to buy a goddamn base pack. And I think that they're trying to target that. I think they're trying to realize, listen, we got a lot of demand, a lot of people trying to get into Top Shop, and marketplace prices are kind of high. So it's like, you want something to give to your newcomers. And yeah, the best way to do it is to do some kind of a guaranteed pack. As long as somebody's willing to pay for it, you give it to them. You just have a small window. And before they had I'm not sure if we talked about this one last time, bro. In episode 10, but we had the different system. The system was pretty much that you could get in a queue would drop, you get in it, you buy the thing, and then you don't actually get the pack till the whole window's finished, and then they mint the moments and then send it your way. So that's how it was working, and they drastically improved that step to at any time during a certain window, you reserve it. All you gotta do is click. And if you're following NFT City Twitter, we on it, so you would have gotten the noti for the 2 packs that are pre-registered for. And once you're registered, you just wait for the day that the window to buy is open. The first one's gonna be or would have happened May 7th. You probably would have had a whole 24 hours plus to get in and actually buy it. And the day right after they announced the other one, which lets you register for the next week's drop. So
I think it's like the 14th or something like that. But either way, yeah, it's like,
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, that's interesting, right? Because it's awesome, right? Like it's feeding this like this addiction, right? Of like, yo, I want to get a pack every week, right? Because again, like when we talk about NBA Top Shot and what kind of got us into this, right? It was what was the most fun thing to do, and it was getting a pack and opening it. It's not even like going crazy in the marketplace. Obviously, you could find some gems they could kind of make your day, but it was getting a pack that is just like the aha moment, And so it's interesting now that they're kind of providing this every week. And again, it's not necessarily a fight anymore, right? Because if it's a pre-register, that means that everybody has an equal chance of getting one now. But now that creates another kind of concern, right? Which is the supply. Like I'm worried as to what this is going to do moving forward. And again, NFT City, NFT City fam, you guys heard us talk about this a million times. But as you know, as more supply comes in, we are bound to start seeing the rise of dollar moments again. It's inevitable.
Word.
And so yeah, so I'm just kind of interested in what you think about that, Dom.
Yeah, bro. As you were talking, I got my live token tool on the side running, and I can see $3 moments right now. No, the lowest moment like 2 weeks ago was probably like $6 or something, $7, and now we're seeing, now we're seeing some supply come into the market, and yeah, as you start releasing more packs, especially like they're saying they're trying to do one weekly, and they're kind of following through with that. So we have this week, and we already got the pre-register for the next week. So if they do stick to the weekly packs, yeah, common moments are gonna be hella common, like common, So, and I think that's what they always wanted to do. You know what I mean? So, yeah, the way I look at it is they're clearly emphasizing trying to set a difference between what a common moment is versus a rare versus legendary. They're trying to set their tiers proper, because if you think about it, even common moments have been traded, like they're legendaries or like they're rares. You know what I mean? You can have some common moments right now that are like super low mint, and yeah, bro, they rival the prices of a rare. Sometimes you see something like that, like, damn, why is that one moment really that close to that rare in price?
That is a great fucking point, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, 100%. Like I mean, like the Lucas that we have, right? They're common, right? And they're not necessarily a low serial either. Yet they're way more than some of his actual like rare moments, which doesn't make a lot of sense. So yeah,
Mhm.
this market is a little bit interesting, right? Because it hasn't set the gaps yet in terms of like you were saying, like the tiers, right? Common, rare, legendary. Obviously, we see the differences usually from rare to legendary, but the fact that I think a proper floor hasn't been set for common is something definitely to be mindful, everybody. Again, like we've said this before, and it's like you need to kind of just be a little careful in terms of like what you invest in. This is I wouldn't necessarily say that this is the thing. Again, this is not financial advice, but just looking out for everybody's sake here. But like, this isn't that thing that like, you buy every moment and you believe that every player is gonna be the next GOAT. You know what I mean? Like, this is definitely not that because Dom and I kind of spoke about this briefly, right? But like, this is a collectible, right? And we've seen that even other ones, like something like as simple as Yu-Gi-Oh, have been printing out cards for years, right? Like we're talking about since I was like in elementary school, and now I'm 26, right? So, and would you say that all those commons are worth a lot of money, even some of the old ones? Not really, right? It's usually unique
Right.
cards that have that value, and so kind of just again because this still kind of falls in the realm of that, regardless of how special it is. You still need to be mindful that like I think it'll eventually go back to what we've been preaching, which is the moment is what will define the value, and not necessarily the player as much. I mean, obviously the player plays a role, but I think the moment and a combination of things will kind of play a role rather than just you got a low serial Marcus Smart. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's not gonna get the rich scheme kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, bro. I think we hit that right on the head. If anybody's listening, whoever's listening could attest to that. The last thing I wanted to mention was that aside from the pre-register packs, there's they also had that we also had the hustle and show drop recently, and yeah, I think it was, it went through smoothly. I think their NBA Top Shot has learned from its mistakes in the past pack drops, and like these have gone super smooth. Yeah, we thought we threw it out there that we thought it was gonna be called gritty and flashy, and I don't know. I think I like that name better, to be honest with you. I think we had it on the money, but hustle and show is pretty cool too. Yeah, maybe your thoughts on the fact that they're doing these drops on like a theme, again with the Fred Van Vliet, we saw. I think you mentioned this before. It was like based around. Oh, maybe you can refresh my memory.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
themes are we seeing now?
Yeah, so it seems that like so obviously we listen to the Office Discord kind of thing, and I think I said that backwards, but you know what I mean. Yeah, essentially they kind of confirmed that they have a dedicated team who genuinely just loves basketball and is trying to make Top Shot interesting, right? It's not just this thing where they're just printing out these random moments with no homework, you could say. And so, yeah, they kind of confirmed that some of these pack, like Cool Cats and like some of these rare releases, actually have a theme in mind. And the one that was fun for Van Vliet was Van Vliet. I don't know if you guys know, he's an undrafted basketball player, and obviously now he got the bag this summer, so good for him. And so, yeah, the pieces needed to complete that Cool Cat challenge were also undrafted players. And so that was
Fine.
actually pretty cool to see, bro, because it's kind of like one, like it adds that element like where it we've seen it before where people are constantly trying to guess like what the people are always trying to guess what's going to be on a challenge, because again we've noticed that something joins a challenge against value, right? And so I don't know if Top Shot almost starts hinting, well, we're going to drop a Ben Simmons next week, people are going to start guessing, all right, I'm going to start picking up people that can't shoot but are guards or something, you know what I mean? Like, and by the way, I love Ben Simmons, but I had to throw some shade there.
Yo, D.
Yeah, but that's that. I guess that's the idea where they're kind of going for. They're trying to maintain some type of theme around the players and kind of that archetype, and I think that's dope as hell, bro. So,
Yeah, facts. 100%.
and then yeah, we recently like copped the Hustle and Show, and we actually haven't even opened it, bro, because we're still waiting for Greg to create some content.
Damn. Yeah, our listeners haven't met Greg yet. Good guy, Greg. GGG. Hopefully soon though. Hopefully soon. He had big. He was planned to come on today, and actually couldn't make it. For some good reasons though. And yeah, hopefully we'll have some pack opening videos for you guys soon. I think the Hustle and Show pack right off the bat, bro. Nothing, no crazy moment that I can spot. I saw some of the names on there as like whose moments are on there. Nothing stood out. Did anything stand out for you, bro? Because
No, bro, not really. Like for me, like as soon as I saw the name, right, I was like, okay. And remember, you even took like a guess, which was pretty close. What was it Flashy and oh, is it Gritty and Flashy? Yeah, Gritty and
yeah,
Flashy. See, like you were spot on, right? And when you said that, right, that made me think of like Marcus Smart. I was like, homeboy definitely throws himself out of bounds for a steal. He'd be wilding, bro. Like, and yeah, they put a moment for him, but. Which
yeah,
was OD actually. He was old. But yeah,
yeah.
like
His moments
like
actually.
other than that, like you know what I mean. Like Marcus Smart is cool, but he's not like gonna make you like we've spoken about this, right? Like this NBA Top Shop is all about like superstars, and like those are the ones that are like making you mad money. While I feel like I don't know, it's almost this is like a low key pack almost, like
Yeah.
nobody has like super amount of clout. It's just very specific players that are getting some love, which is
You
cool.
know what it feels like? If now that you mentioned that, it feels like it's something that they just like, yo, give them something. You know what I mean? Like, like
Yeah,
hurry up,
it's like you
throw
made a
something out.
theme, bro. You made a theme, like they literally made a theme, right? Like, all right, well, what moments do you want to put for Marcus Smart? Because everybody has like a thing, right? Like, likes to dunk, right? Marcus Smart likes to play defense, right? So those are like the moments you expect from them. And so I feel like this theme based thing is kind of cool because they're like, let's put like those are these are like gritty people that you just know about these dudes, like they're supposed to come to mind when you see the name. And yeah, I think they did a good job at that, bro. Not crazy about the moments, but uh,
Yeah.
it was cute. I liked it.
I mean, I'll tell you the one thing that I think they did do right with this pack drop and challenge. Obviously, anytime they drop a pack, what's been what we've seen every single time is that there's at least one challenge that goes along with that. And I think they did a good job this time in making sure that the challenge reward is at least as a player that's much on a different caliber than
Yeah,
most of the moments that make up for it. Like you get Giannis for this one.
yeah,
And
exactly. That's a good point, bro.
yeah, yeah. So I
Yeah,
thought that was like maybe they are considering And we actually were gonna hit this topic later on, but if you got to announce, like, we'll jump into it now,
Yeah,
which
let's do
is
that, bro.
like, yeah. So like, what is happening with these challenge rewards? Because the funny thing is, and we just said one of the two biggest complaints right now in Top Shot, it's taking my money out and one packs, right? But if you had to put, pick a third and a close third, it's gonna be like, yo, these challenge rewards are not worth it. Like, there's no point of going for these challenge rewards. You go to Discord and you see it getting spammed in general, or the funnily named channel vent. Like, everybody's complaining about these challenges because they're recognizing, like, yo, why would I complete a challenge when the reward is like whack. It's like
Exactly, right? Like you, because this is the other thing to kind of keep in mind about a challenge, right? Like this is the reality. You're spending kind of a lot of money, right, to complete this thing within a certain time frame, right? So you're like, yo, boom, I'm gonna throw $5,000 to complete this like Luca challenge, right?
yeah.
And you remember when we spoke about this, right? It was like we were like, yo, bro, if you do the math, right, there's only this amount of packs that could be made. So you're like, yo, bro, this is easily gonna be like actually a really rare Luca in terms of numbers, right?
Yeah.
And then yeah, bro, and then this shit turned out to be like nowhere near what we expected. It was like supposed to be, it's way lower. And then like, which is the main point that everybody's super mad about is the reward, the things that you built to make it, which cost you like 5 grand, like basically plummet, bro. Like you lose like
Yeah.
at least half of what you spent on that, and that's insane, bro. Like, so exactly that creates that question, like, what's the point of completing a challenge then? Because then you could just buy the reward.
Yep. Yeah, you can just wait for the reward and buy it. Um, I think this is one step into, improving that. Like, if you make the challenge reward somebody good. Also, if you don't throw out so many required moments, you know what I mean? Like, some of these challenges, if you're getting up there in the 10, 12, 14, 16 moments, like, that's a lot of moments, and most likely you're going to include a bunch of moments that people don't really want to hold. You know what I mean? If you I remember when Cool Cat's Luca came out, it was just like 5 moments, I'm pretty sure. Like,
Cool.
they were all like cool moments. Like, obviously, I remember, it was Devin Booker, Tobias Harris, DSJ, um some of the other ones slipped my mind, but at the end of the day, like, we kind of knew, okay, these 5, and they were all pretty cool. Like, obviously Booker was better, but some of the other ones, like, oh, I would still hold this, you know what I mean? Um, but then when you see things like Seeing Stars was one of the ones that stand out in my mind as like, there's a whole bunch of moments down there that's like, yeah, I ain't trying to hold this. And it was like 12, maybe 14 moments to make it. You know what I mean? So you also had to invest a lot more. And also, people, again, like you said, they flood the market. The second that challenge reward ends, bro, that the timer ends, sorry. You see the flood of sellers go to the market. And yeah, if you're on something like Live Token, you just see that ping ping ping. The thing just goes off when like people trying to sell their moments off rip. Um so yeah, one of the I think they're doing okay now with making sure that whoever the challenge reward you go for is something that you want to hold, something you want to get,
Yeah.
and that it's not crazy amount of moments. What you think about the themes though? You know what I mean? I feel like Cool Cats, unless I'm mistaken, I don't think Cool Cats had really any theme. You know what I mean? They did something funny with Cool Cat, like Carl
There's
Anthony
a
Towns, right? But aside from that, it
Yeah,
wasn't that
I don't know.
crazy.
Yeah, again, like the only one that came out recent was that Van Vliet one where he like
Hmm.
it consisted of like undrafted players. But
Yeah,
I didn't catch any theme for the other ones, like which I don't know if that just means that like there was a theme or if
yeah.
we just didn't look hard enough. Like there's generally like people in the community like the Carl Anthony Towns one was just him because he was hurt the whole season or something, like who knows? Like what you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like some shit like that, bro. Like who knows? Um
Actually, the Levine one I found out is oops. They're all alleys.
Oh,
So
for real?
yeah.
Oh, that's
So
fire, bro.
Yeah, so I mean, they definitely are putting some thought into it, and which is good. Again, you don't want them to just wing it and throw any 7 moments together, some shit like that. Um, but yeah, the themes are pretty interesting. I think it also adds something to it. Like if you consider yourself someone who's into like say gritty, flat, you know what I mean? If you're into that, like this might be a pack and challenge that you want to go for. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah, for
but I
sure.
think maybe they are making it clear though. So I don't know what you think about this. Maybe they're making it clear, like, yo, you don't have to go for everything. You know what I mean? You don't have to go for every single challenge. If you have that habit
Yeah.
from when thing came out, when Top Shot first, I guess earlier in the year, if you were in it, we were going for everything. Anything that dropped, you wanted it, kind of thing,
Yeah,
because the supply was little.
there wasn't a challenge that we would try to miss. There wasn't yeah, we were, but now it's hitting a point where it's almost like hard to keep up if you really think about it, right? Like you have all these challenges and you're just like, you have to think about it. Like, damn, do I want to jump on that one? Like, does that sound like something I like the moments in? Like, well,
Exactly.
before it was like it didn't even matter, bro. It was just like,
Yeah.
give me Marcus Smart 1 out of 20, bro, any day.
Yeah.
You know what I
Word.
mean? Like literally, like I would not argue with you. So yeah, that's interesting, bro. How this like is kind of taking that approach. But so yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the main point though is what's the point, bro? Is it
Yeah.
really just for a theme? Like what? My question is like I don't know if you know the answer to this. I definitely can't think of how they could fix this problem, which is why I think it's so interesting. Is like
Yeah.
I what incentive because I know they mentioned before baller status, right? Like maybe baller status could get boosted from these challenges, and then later on that's gonna be a requirement to join
Mm.
or buy certain packs. So
Yeah.
imagine like they now make it so that only the elite of the elite can buy these pack because they completed 10 challenges. That becomes a thing. You have like a record of challenges you did, bro. But
Yeah.
that's how you keep the shit interesting, actually, if you think about it, bro. Because now you're making it so that only certain people can get those. And creates
Yeah.
an incentive, right? You make realistic ones. You could buy this tier of packs if you buy this many. But that actually sounds kind of skeevy, bro.
Yeah, no, actually, if I recall correctly, I think usually the office hours are led by that community dev Jacob. So I'll refer to him as such. And Jacob he'll come on. I think he said it a few times already. He says that they're looking into like some kind of reward for those who actually complete challenges instead of just buy the challenge reward or something.
Yeah.
A lot of times it was geared towards the cool cat since this is the first master challenge and the only master challenge we've seen. Uh, but that the reward wouldn't be anything that turns into monetary value in the marketplace. So it wouldn't be anything that you can get money out of it really. Um, it would probably be something like you said, like baller status or yeah, maybe even collector score, which is the other thing that they're considering on doing. But even then, I guess collector score could make sense, right? Because if you are going for challenge rewards, technically, you are
Yeah,
doing
it's
what a
like you're playing
collector
the
does.
game, right? You're
Yeah,
doing the thing, right? Like, cause like you have like a whole profile and like now you have like you could be a rookie all star. Remember, it has like that thing now. Like you're like a rank.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, well, that would yeah, bro. So damn, so it's funny because I was almost saying hypothetically, imagine what this is planning on doing, but it actually kind of sounds like that might be it, bro.
yeah.
And then
Y-
create restrictions around that where it's like yeah, exactly like we're already seeing it. They're not scared to say, you need to own 15 moments to join this pack drop. Like
Yeah,
that's like oh shit, like I had to dead ass spend money here to even try kind of thing, like
yeah.
so.
No, I think you got it, bro. And yeah, you heard it here first, boys and girls. Like, yo, that's probably what they doing, son. They out here just yeah, they're setting it up in a way that they think you would think right now, like, yo, yeah, you don't get any monetary value out of it. They're saying that, right? But in but in actuality, you don't get monetary value, but you might be the only people eligible for some pack down the line or something. Um,
Exactly.
yeah. So I guess the last point I did want to make on challenge rewards was that anybody out there who's still complaining should keep in mind that Yeah, they keep going to Top Shot. They keep saying, "Yo, Dapper Labs, what you're gonna do about this?" Da da da. Like none of these challenge rewards are anything close to the cost of making them. So why do them? And they themselves have said it, but it makes complete sense. And some of us already know this, like off rip. Like it's not them that set the prices; it's the market, right? People go for this challenge. They expect to make money out of it, and when a lot of people expect to make money, nobody makes money because that's what a market is, right? A market, you make money off of somebody's losses, if you will, or somebody's misinformation, right? You need to have some information that most of the public doesn't in order to benefit, in order to get some leg up, if you will, and make
Yeah,
money.
it's almost like no, that's it. So damn. So look at it this way, right? It's like imagine you're new to the stock market, right? And it's kind of like, all right, I could just invest in anything, and then you just start making money. You're like, oh shit, let's go. I'm good at this. And then there's the other one where like you go in and you just get smoked because you got to actually like be nice at what you pick out, you know. And this is almost kind of like that, where
Yeah.
you can't just come in here blindly and I'll be, oh shit, this is a money pit. So
Yeah, bro. If everybody buys Tesla at the same time because everybody knows it's legit and there's no doubt, then the price goes up all the way to whatever how high it's going to, and then there's no way to make money because everybody knows, yo, yeah, that's the one you buy. Um, so you need somebody to doubt, right? You need somebody who doesn't take advantage of something and then comes in later in order for you to make money. And yeah, so you just got to think about it. It's like a paradox, right? Like it's like the market is doing it themselves. Like at one point it was clear, just go for any challenge. Just like go for any pack, go for any moment. You're going to make money, right? Because there were so many more people coming in, so much more demand than supply. And anything you cop was profitable. But then, once that spike in like demand increase and supply kind of also caught up, right? You started to see like, all right, you got to be smarter with your choices. And if everybody goes for the same challenge reward, right? Let's say everybody goes for it because everybody thinks they're gonna make money. Then you get a high ass circulating count, right? You get a high ass CC moment, and then you can't sell it to anybody because everybody went for it. You know what I mean? Who you gonna sell it to? So people undercut each other.
yeah,
And and then what we're gonna see, and I bet you, I don't know which challenge is gonna be, but some challenge reward in the
go hard
upcoming,
with something,
what
bro. You're gonna go
what's
hard with
gonna
something.
happen? Yeah, what's gonna happen is that nobody, everybody's gonna think, nah, going for a challenge is losing money. I'm gonna just buy the challenge reward, and nobody's gonna go for it. And there's gonna be like 5 prints, and you know what I mean. If there's only 5, like then boom, now you got supply and demand all over again, and you got people hiking up the price. And so then challenge rewards do become profitable. Some people do notice and they decide to start going for it. So it's like
Like,
this
yo,
wave.
yeah, like oh shit, like that's so you know what's amazing about this is that like when you create this collectible thing, right?
Yeah.
You're not necessarily worried too much about like what the market is gonna be like. It won't like obviously you do, right? But you're not actively thinking, oh shit, if I had a reward system, this is gonna make actually like a big problem down the road where like people are gonna rage.
Yeah.
Like think about that, right? They're just trying to put some fire shit out there, and now they have to worry about like,
Yeah.
yo, this
Dickheads.
look up this why is this moment worth like $5 and it's supposed to be like a challenge reward? Like imagine that,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
Now
Well,
looking back at it, remember we had this talk before, I think off air, and
yeah, but
there was an interview. I'm pretty sure it was a Roham, the CEO, and he came on an interview, not with us, not yet, but he was in an interview with some guy on YouTube, and like one of the first things he said, like off rip, was like, "Yeah, these common moments are pricey. Like we didn't expect people to like wild out on these common moments. Like common moments are supposed to be common. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be easy to get. And this was when Luca, like the Luca Cool Cat, was like going, mooning, bro. Everything was mooning, but I remember that one going like
yeah, the look
9K.
yeah, the look one hit different, bro. That was
Yeah,
like that was the like, yo. this shit right here to the fucking moon, bro.
Yeah, bro.
We're about to make mad money off this Luca. Yeah, bro.
So we like,
But
yo, the
that's
future
what's
go. Yeah.
going back to what you said earlier, bro. Are we crackheads, bro? Like this, do we have a problem? Like you said this earlier, it was like, yo, you know, is there a point where you start like raging at like Discord channel? You know, like
Yeah.
this, enough is enough. You know.
Damn, son. Yeah, bro. You know what? This podcast is doing some good for us because it's allowing us to vent in a way that we don't have to
Yeah.
go into that Discord channel and wild out. Hopefully, we don't turn into that, right?
Damn, bro, that's a good way to put it, bro. Yeah, exactly. Imagine that's what this is. This is just a vent session.
In a way, bro. You know, we out here speaking. I mean, we're talking. Ati hopefully listening if he's not.
Yeah, word. Yeah, word,
Uh,
word.
but we really talking to a wall, like
He had a few rants early on, so one of these days we're gonna get out of him.
yeah.
But yeah, like cool. So I mean, other than the challenges, is there like I don't know, something else? I mean, yeah, I think you kind of mentioned it, like what the future could, I guess, hold for this whole thing. So it's just like this pattern that they can't really solve. So, or they'll
Yeah,
try to. Yeah.
yeah. I'm not sure what a solution is. I think you brought it up, right? Like use it as baller status reward or something. You know, maybe collector score. You know, if you complete challenges, you get some of that. I think that's a good way to do it, right? Because you don't just airdrop them a moment or something that I think some people were expecting like a pack just for for going for challenge where you expect a pack, but that's not, you know what I mean? That doesn't help anybody because at the end of the day, again, the more packs you give out, the more supply increases, and then it doesn't help anybody make money. You know what I mean? Because you're just increasing
No,
supply like crazy.
it's like we're putting a band-aid on something, but it's
Yeah,
creating yeah, but you're like ignoring like a serious wound somewhere else, kind of thing. But
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like it's like giving a crackhead crack, but like in a small dose to try to get him off of it. It's like that's not what
yeah.
you need. You know what I mean? You need to
Yo,
you need to
Ron
go.
is listening to this episode like, yo,
Yeah, word.
they are they comparing this to a drug addiction? You know, like, um,
Yeah, bro. Yeah, but aside from that, yeah, we had back to PAX, um, back to crack. We had the hustle and show, which should have been gritty and flashy, to be honest. We had another pre-register pack this week, and we're probably gonna have one next week if everything goes according to plan. There's another thing confirmed. We brought this up last week, and it was the Throwdown Series 2. And throwdowns are just like some crazy dunks. So we expect to see Miles Bridges on there. And hopefully they don't do what they did with some of the Series 1 moments where like they bring back, like for instance, the one thing that crossed my mind was like, I hope they don't bring back Anthony Edwards dunk again because it's part of the Rising Stars. You know what dunk I'm talking about, like the one on the Raptor guy.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, potential dunk of the year. I was like, yo, I hope they don't bring it back. Like they were doing in Series 1, where you have the same moment with multiple tiers and in different things.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that I'm not a fan of. And again, like I think that only happened previously. Again, like for some reason, like we weren't here like at the very beginning of Top Shot, right? But it was almost obvious that towards the beginning they were trying to avoid minting that many moments.
yeah,
And so yeah, that makes me think that that's probably what was happening. It's just like they didn't want to create a whole new moment. They just kept recycling like the same few, and that's why you started seeing those like. There's a few LeBron ones or Luca ones. There's like three of it, bro. There's a metallic, there's a hollow or something,
yeah,
or some like bring it back. You know what I mean? Like, so
yeah. Word.
yeah, yeah. I hope it doesn't happen for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, we look forward to that one. It's gonna be a rare pack, so it's probably gonna cost. What was the cost? Like 99 rares or 99 or something like that. Yeah, 99 to 299 or something like that. Something in that range. Yeah, so it might be something. I mean, the one thing to be certain of is the one, if you want to make profits, getting a pack is your number one option. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
it's a
That's
no
still like
brainer
golden.
still because the supply of packs is still again in comparison pretty low. There's still a lot of people that don't end up hitting, so they'll be interested in buying. Um, yeah, so I think there's probably a lot more news that we can cover, but we'll keep it short this week. I think the only thing that I did want to bring up, we took some notes on this too, Chris. It was trade tickets, which is probably the biggest update in terms of what Top Shot can do. What other avenues can do. They got there's different ways to make money here and different ways to collect, quote unquote. So, but trade tickets is like an eye opener. When I saw that, I was like, wow, that's something pretty interesting. So
Yeah, yeah, it's funny. You like lit up a little bit. I remember when you. It was funny, bro. So I had read it like on Saturday or something, and I was like, nah, I need a second to like digest this, right? I like walked away from it, and I was like, I'm gonna come back to this because like I already know. I was like, damn, we're either about to go hard at something or not. um, and then I shared it with you guys, and Miggy said that Miggy had the same reaction. Oh shit, we need to get on this. And then I spoke with you like Monday, and you were like, yo, bro. I was like, yeah. But then just talk about it. Like talk about like what was going through your mind, like when that first came up, and like what your I know your immediate thought was, oh, this is what I'm gonna do in the market. Like I want to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, let me just give a quick update on what trade tickets are for anybody listening and doesn't know. Essentially, Top Shot is adding this feature where, if you don't like any particular moment you own already, and you don't like it, you can trade it into them. So you can give it back to Top Shot. Again, we haven't seen it; it hasn't been released yet, but presumably you're giving it to Top Shot through some kind of clicking, and you get a ticket for it. And it doesn't matter what moment you hand in, you get one ticket for every one moment that you trade in. Now you can accumulate tickets, right? Trading all your moments in, and trade tickets can be used to purchase packs down the line. There's two types of packs you can purchase with these tickets. The main one, the most important one, is the Series 1 reserve packs. Now, I mean, what that means is, right now we're in Series 2. This is like, quote unquote, the second season that Top Shot is, releasing moments for. Last season when, during the bubble and a bit prior to the bubble, they were doing Series 1s. And the Series 1s have lower mint count. They also have a little bit more like, juice to them because, that's when Top Shot first started, kind of thing. So you got like the OG moments that most of them are Top Shot debuts. And yeah, so so for many reasons, Series 1 has a lot more value. Now, during those times, they didn't sell out all those packs. So there's a lot of moments that didn't get sold. They're pretty much sitting in packs in Top Shot custody, if you will. And for the longest, people were asking, yo, what you gonna do with those moments? They've highlighted a few examples. You can actually look this up in like Crypto Slam, one of those sites. You can see what percentage of those Series 1 moments are still outstanding or like not, not in packs or not sold or whatever. And yeah, there's some good amounts, bro. Like, I know there's one specific LeBron moment is at like about 60%. So that means there's a whole 40% of those moments that still haven't been sold. And people would love to hit.
Yeah, that was interesting, bro. Like when I saw that, so that actually just that tool that you mentioned is actually super useful for that because yeah, bro. Like I saw one recently that I owned where I was like, what the fuck? Like this is only like 5% of this.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what like it's funny because there's times where we like find a moment that we like, and I was like, yo, and I'm like, wait, hold up, check that though.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Like you might be literally seeing like day one of it, like.
Yep. Yeah,
So,
might be seeing the 10% of it.
Yeah, so it's getting treated right now if it's like a rare and it's not,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah,
So,
simple as that, right? That's the aha moment, you're supposed to have, I guess.
yeah. So Series 1s are, they're popping, and so the only way to get these packs that Top Shot has decided is that you pretty much buy them with trade tickets. So, you know, there's a few interesting things about the whole, the details of it. It gets a little bit more in depth. I don't know if we want to go into it too much right now, to be honest with you, but just know that they plan on having trade ticket drops that you can only join those queues, those drops, if you have trade tickets. You can't buy them with Dapper or any credit card, none of that. So you're gonna have to have some trade tickets with you beforehand, and the drops are gonna happen between now and like 18 months from now. Which it's a crazy. I'm gonna hold my thoughts on that for now, but yeah, for a while we're gonna see trickling of the Series One reserve pack, and so that's one kind of pack that you could get is the Series One reserve. The other kind of pack, also I mean, kind of cool, probably not as valuable, is recycled moments. So, people who traded in the moment, right, to get a ticket, those moments get put into recycled packs. Then they get dropped, and you can buy those. And
Think about this before you even move forward, bro.
Bro, that's kind of wild. I think about it.
Yeah. Just think about that. Think about this, bro. I gotta stop you right there. Imagine you buy a recyclable, whatever, and let's say it didn't cost you much to get it either, right? Like assuming it costs a few tickets, not a big deal. And like there was just that one random person that like legit threw in like a legendary or hollow. Like I'm gonna mess with this person. Whoever gets that's probably gonna like just voila. Because we've seen it, bro. This is, by the way, this sounds like an unrealistic thing, but it's not.
Yeah.
Because we've seen like legendaries go, like go for ridiculous, like almost like, please don't tell me that you're just throwing thousands of dollars away for $10. Like that's
can I
almost
just
like
say that I'm cheesing right now because, bro, that never even crossed my mind. I didn't think you were gonna go. I don't think you were gonna go there. I thought you were gonna say something else. But imagine you recycle a LeBron Kobe dunk, bro. Oh my god,
bro, that would be insane, bro. Like, and it's legit possible, bro. There's also the human error, bro. Like, that's a thing, Like, there could be one person, but we're talking about 300K users, right? Like, one person just has to fuck up, bro. And now it's in this like sea of like, you might just hit like OD. So yeah, man. That's I'm definitely excited for it. What were your thoughts on it actually? Because you're right, like I clearly went somewhere else with that.
Yeah, bro. I wasn't thinking of I wasn't thinking of that at all. The only thing that did come to mind was that Top Shot is like gonna be caking off of this because think about it, like you're selling a moment, right? You're selling a pack, you're getting the moment. People recycle the moment, right, to get a ticket. Then you sell the pack again to make more money off of it. So it's like, and then once that person gets the moment, most likely they'll recycle it again. So it's this infinite loop of JaVale McGee's getting recycled.
The same moment.
They're getting purchased. You know what I mean?
I didn't even think about that, bro. I mean, yeah, you could imagine just hitting on like 3 Plumleys in one pack, bro. You like, you probably be mad tight, bro. But yeah, like that's interesting. That is 100% a possibility. That like legit everybody just has like it's almost like you just control the because I feel like the Top Shot community is very like I don't know, very connected. Clearly, if you're on this, you get a lot of people get on the Discord, right? A lot of people like to listen to updates about it. And just imagine like they all just one day said, "Yo, let's just all throw all our plums in the shit," and that's just what eventually becomes into rotation. Like,
bro,
that would be hilarious, bro.
Damn, you blow my mind, bro. Like that's twice now, son, back to back. Yeah, bro. Imagine these Discord group channels and people just like, yo, like just like these Doge buying parties, right? They go in and they get a 7,000 people to join. They go on Reddit and they're like, yo, tomorrow we're buying up all this Doge. They're just gonna be, yo, tomorrow we're recycling all these Mason Plumleys, like,
Damn, bro.
And then the marketplace is gonna have, some Mason Plumlee where there's only like 4 cards left. Like, you know what I mean? What's that gonna do to the price, bro?
That's ridiculous, bro. Damn, bro, that would be so fire. And I'm sure it's a possibility, bro. Like
Yeah.
I could definitely see it happening. And the craziest thing is we're still actually, if you think about it, we're still in the range of people where you could legit turn a 35K CC moment into, like, literally will sell out within minutes if you really wanted to.
Yeah,
Which
bro.
is crazy if you think about it. But yeah, like yeah, maybe I'm going too out there. I'm on.
No, I do want to say that Top Shot is goddamn. They're fucking geniuses, bro. To be honest with you, because the other idea that's been circling for a while, and if you're part of like crypto communities and you know anything about crypto, like a common thing that happens is to either lock up supply or to burn. And burning was one of those words that's been thrown out there a lot. Like, yo, can you allow people to burn? Because essentially it's a flow token on the flow blockchain. You can burn it, and boom, you now you can have certain moments that like seem there's a high count of. You can have the market reduce that to a place where people are happier with it. You know what I mean? Based on supply and demand kind of thing. And they decided not to go the burning route, like at least for now, and instead do the trade-in, which means that the supply only temporarily gets decreased, right? Like people could trade in a whole bunch of whatever's, they trade them in, and they're not
Yeah,
in the
that's the
market
other thing,
anymore. They're
right?
not
You could
circulating, but they come
that's
back. Yeah.
that's interesting, right? Because that's another thing to keep in mind, right? You could trade in these moments, right? And but then that means these moments would be removed from the market for like a few, it could be days, could be weeks, bro. We don't know how soon they would then make those recyclable packs, I think. But who knows, bro? What if they make that like a common pack? Like, nah.
Mm,
Like something that you genuinely see more often throughout the week rather than this thing where you have to like constantly keep waiting for.
yeah.
No, yeah, I don't know. Eh.
I wonder, yeah,
I'm
it's gonna
thinking
be interesting, bro. I
I'm
want
going down the
to.
rabbit hole right now with this shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of bro. That's why it's such a big update, right? Like off rip, as soon as you hear it, you could tell something big because there's so many avenues you can take this. You know what I mean? Like how can it affect the market and how many ways? Who knows? We definitely not covering all the ways it's gonna affect the market. You know what I mean? But we can go off for a while on all the options. And yeah, bro, it's exciting. I mean, this is one of the benefits of NFTs in general. Um, blockchains in general, but also NFTs and also, yeah, I guess collectibles, on the internet, right? Which is like you can continuously update these things and make them work in different ways and update them, add new features and things like that. Add new
Yeah,
ways to
bro.
interact with them, right? Like what other interactions do you have with physical cards besides selling them or holding them, showing your friends,
That's it. That's
and
it, bro. That's
that's it,
literally
right?
it. And the majority of the time, like not only that, it's hit a point now where it's keeping them in mint condition, right? So at the same time, you're not necessarily going out with them, right? Like be honest with, like just think about that, right? Like I'm sure some collectors do, right? They like carry their, binder or something, right? But like, do you feel like you would be going out and like, yeah, I'm gonna go carry this LeBron card? Is you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you legit like it's one of those things where you almost don't even want people to touch it, bro. Like you don't want anybody to see it.
facts.
So
Yeah,
its purpose is almost just to be in your house and just
you
say that you want this thing. It takes some space. Well, for this, it's like
locked up.
literally, yeah. As long as I got my Gmail, like I'm good. Like, and you
Yeah,
could, obviously, you could even set securities on that, so you're practically like foolproof your shit. And so yeah, but it's interesting. When you say that.
yeah. And when they eventually, which I think it was in the plans, when they eventually allow you to take it out of Top Shot and put it into like a hardware wallet, like your own custodial, like you could literally just transfer your thing, and it's no longer in the Google, your Dapper account that's connected with your Google or whatever. Like it literally exists in like I'm sure you've seen it already, right? Like those frames that people are buying that you could put like a video clip on them, right? And it's like this
Yeah.
physical frame you can have in your house. You can put it on your wall or your desk and just have your favorite moments play or whatever, your showcase and all that. And it's like you can have
Shit,
that
that's
live
wild.
on there. You
Yeah,
know what
like
I
it
mean?
only lives on that tablet. It doesn't live on
Yeah.
Top Shot. Yeah, that's interesting, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Yeah, and you could pass it off to your kids. You know what I mean? Like, again, Top Shot is not just collectibles, and I guess any collectible is not just a collectible. It's like an investment as well, right? Like, it holds value over time. It's why art has value and all that thing. So, yeah, there's gonna be there's several moments, dozens of moments that are gonna like hold some crazy value over time. Uh, just because of that, because they're scarce, people want them, and as long as the NBA exists, we don't see Top Shot going anywhere, right? Because they have the licensing now, so it's like,
I
and
mean,
they're handling it well.
look at it this way, bro. Trading cards still exist, right?
Exactly.
And clearly, we could spend 5 minutes just like, hey, this makes no sense, right? But so
Yeah.
yeah, that's what kind of makes you think like, well, this is that, but keep getting better. So I think when you said that, bro, that was like on the money, which is actually pretty cool. Like you can
Yeah.
add these features that legit play a role in how it's almost like the game gets more interesting, right? Like,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, bro. Like, I mean, other than that, I think that covers trade tickets pretty well. Like, like, am I missing anything or?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I do want to ask you is, are you considering doing something now to prepare yourself for this feature drop? Like, are you buying up moments, or how does it look for you? What are you trying to do?
So I know I think we spoke about this briefly, but yeah, like my main thought for this was kind of like, well, I would like to buy cheap moments, obviously, or just use it's really cheap moments that I currently own, like some like like for example, you get a base set pack, you get a few things, and then some of them might just be worth really really kind of low. So it kind of makes you wonder, like, all right, maybe you could gather a bunch of those, and then maybe sell them for a for the tickets, and then kind of take my chances. Like I'm almost kind of gamble a little bit to see if you can hit on one of those recycled joints, or those series ones.
Yeah.
But then something came up actually, which you kind of brought off brief. You brought this up briefly before, and it's like we don't know how much a pack cost,
Yeah.
and I think that's gonna be like, man, we're at the mercy of Top Shot until we find that out, because it's kind of like you could assume, and they could legit make this into this like you need 100 of these. So you want
Yeah.
to gamble, you got to really gamble. Like
Yeah,
go
bro.
throw away,
Exactly.
go throw away 100 moments right now to get a chance at this like pack that might have a LeBron or something.
Yeah.
That's interesting, bro.
Yeah.
Oh
I
man,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
and they know, based on the market and everything, they know the value of a Series 1. They're not oblivious to it. So I would think that it's almost strategic that they shared this whole thing before even sharing how many tickets it's gonna cost. You know what I mean? Because what the market would probably do is react to it, right? They're gonna be like, all right, let's buy up all these moments, right? So people are buying up, pretty much anything that's low priced, anything low in the single digits, right? Anything below 5 gets scooped up immediately, right? So you're kind of building a higher floor from people, a whole bunch of people buying up moments just so they can trade them in once the option is available. And then, who knows? What if they go through with, yo, you need 1,000 tickets?
Yeah,
And,
bro, that's crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
another thing that was concerning was, they, you can see how many packs, quote unquote, that would be. And it seems like there's only going to be about 10K packs of the, and I'm only talking Series 1 reserve. Obviously, the recycled packs can probably be unlimited. It can probably just be based on how many people are recycling their shit. But yeah, for Series 1s, like, 10K total packs, and then, expect a certain cut to be held back for promo and things like that. So you're looking at maybe 7K plus packs only. And if you are planning on releasing them over a period of 18 months, I don't expect people to get this. You know what I mean? Like, now that I think about it, it's probably gonna be rare to land one of these Series 1s. And
Yeah, for sure, bro. Like it's gonna be too. Yeah, you were on the money with that, bro. Like we're it's not only that, bro. Like we already see how Top Shot is, right? They want to keep things scarce, right? You don't want to keep introducing new concepts of making this too simple, And so
yeah, bro. So, I'm excited for Series Ones. My personal strategy going into this is, yeah, bro. You know, I have a decent dapper balance from like we were here kind of early, so I've had a bunch of Series Ones that have turned into a lot more money than I thought they were gonna hit anyways, and I flipped a few. I have flipped a few, so I got a nice little dapper balance that I can eat up a good amount of like low priced moments. Um, I'm kind of looking at anything $3. It's a 100% cop. Like if you could just land a $3 moment, do it. Not financial advice, but that's what
It's
I'm
not
kind of
financial
looking
advice.
at.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And sometimes even a $4 moment. I mean, you know, there's still a lot of 35 KCCs that are still worth it, in my opinion, down the road. You know what I mean? Even though they may be $5, $6, $7 right now, again, you're looking at a total, count of users at maybe 400,000 users or whatever, collectors. Like, what happens when you're at 2 mil? You know what I mean? What happens when what happens when this is available in China and all the Asian markets? And so, there's still, you're not completely
Yeah.
losing, right? You know what I mean? So, you just got to be smart with not getting into traps, like landing buying a moment that's, I don't know, some player that you saw have a good game, but actually has no future, because again,
No,
if
exactly.
you
Yeah.
end up 11th on the bench, you know what I mean? Like on the roster, like bro, no one's gonna remember you. Your moment's not gonna be valued anything. So, yeah,
Damn. Yeah, that's spot on, bro. Because like, you want to make sure that you're investing not just in the whatever the moment, but also the player, right? Like that's like a big thing to this, right? Like, and I feel like that's actually kind of like how we introduce sleepers a lot of the times, right? There's two ways to look at this market, right? There's, damn, that's a really good moment, and then it's associated to who, right?
yeah,
And clearly the who is way more important than the what happened here, right? And
yeah,
so yeah, when you almost want to hit on these young players where you're like, damn, bro, again, we're all in this for the long run, right? And so, damn, imagine a few years down the road and like you invested in this dude before he was a star.
yeah,
Like this is like a superstar, like because those are the beauty. Those definitely still happen. It's not like all these players aren't like super nasty from day one.
yeah,
And when those eventually hit, you're just like, wow, like I really, if I could just hit on one. And the same thing with just even getting somebody is nice from the beginning because people were still kind of about them. But then when they become LeBron, or up that right there in that like maybe best in the league at that time, like
some they can have Julius Randle off season where they just
I was
all of a
just thinking
sudden.
mine, bro. I was like, this is gonna be too much next to me, bro. To just say this out loud right now. But
That's
yeah, bro,
funny.
100%.
Said it
Julius
for you.
Randle. Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, exactly, bro. Like, who? Like, looking back about like when the Knicks got Julius Randle, I think they knew he was a good player. Not this,
Yeah.
not
I
this,
mean,
bro. Like, I mean, they did, then, man, bro. Like,
and bro, I
holy
haven't
shit,
heard
bro.
one Beyblade reference all season, bro.
Yeah, bro.
And
Not one, bro.
that should tell you a lot.
They put some respect on him, bro. OD. Hey,
Yeah.
bro, I'm telling you, last season this man was talked about as like, I'm not like, bro, they'll trade him for like a late first round pick. And think about this dude is like being talked about as an MVP candidate, like little 4 months later.
And a
But yeah,
lock
bro,
in for most improved.
my lock in for most improved for sure, bro. If it does, bro, if it somehow goes to like, who's this dude that went to the Pistons? Yeah, bro, it's clip for all these awards and regular season. But yeah, bro,
I
yeah, I
mean,
think like.
speaking of moments, though, I don't want to leave our listeners without at least one sleeper. You know what I mean? One of our staples here at the podcast is like, yo, we're gonna have a sleeper for you, at least one sleeper for you per episode. So I don't know. You've been looking at the market recently. Been doing a lot of moving in real life, so yeah, I'll let you take it over.
Yeah, of course, bro. Yeah, like we said, obviously we're not gonna throw three sleepers to you guys every day. That's maybe a special week. Uh, but for this week, I got my man Tobias Harris. He has one specific moment. It's a 35 KCC. It's a game winner on the Lakers, and again, the Lakers started off pretty hot, still towards the beginning. Like number one defensive team in the league. And Tobias Harris during that time was actually like balling out, bro. Everybody was just like, bro, he's playing like an all-star, which is again, yeah, I don't know if for those who actually watch ball, like this dude got they paid this guy a gigantic contract, and he wasn't kind of living up to the name, so he was balling out this season, and he had like a game winner. So it was just like that's when everybody. It was like that moment. Everybody's like, oh shit, this guy's nice. And so yeah, his moment right now is going for like $5-6, which is that game winner, which was super smooth. It was dope, and it was on a good defender too. Like so, yeah, the fact that it's $5, and again, we're going back to the concept that like the moments actually matter. Yeah, it's Tobias Harris isn't like top five jersey sales dude, but he's cool, bro, and he honestly did his thing. And when this turns into things where like moments matter, this would definitely be one. Like, oh damn, this is probably one of Tobias Harris' best moments in NBA Top Shot. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, bro.
Yeah, I just took a look as you were talking. Yeah, 2 seconds left on the clock. It's a nice pull-up jumper. Yeah. I
Smooth,
also
bro.
also
Super.
looked right at the value of market, which we've been preaching recently, and it's about 80% owned. The rest are either packs that people haven't opened, which is probably a good amount. Like we probably hold a few, right? Because we haven't done the pack openings, we're just holding on to some packs. So that a high percentage like that, 80% ownership, that tells you, hey, listen, there's not too many that are gonna get released when Top Shot takes out packs. So prices can't go down too much lower. You know what I mean? Considering the market staying stable, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, a good moment, I think so, bro. About to cop one right now.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, bro. I mean,
Uh,
other than that, I think we definitely hit y'all with some fire already. We went through a ton of different, I guess you could say strategies in the market and just like on our look on things. And yeah, bro. And anything else you want to, say to the listeners?
nah, shout out to you for sticking through with this 11th episode. Shout out to you if you've
Yeah,
been
thank
listening to the other the,
Oh,
the,
you
the
talking to the
yeah, we're talking about shout out to no shout out to you, motherfucker. Damn. Trying to take credit for our viewers, our actual viewers or listeners. Yeah, shout out to you, man. Much love. Follow our NFT City on Twitter. You know, we be throwing up them updates. If you follow us today, you know, on May 4th for that reserve pack, you would have known that there was a reserve pack dropping even before Top Shot sent out an update. Like we
Thanks,
was
bro.
that on it.
Yeah, bro.
I
We
think I
did.
think your cousin or something, one of your friends told us that like yo, asking if we working for Top Shot because our updates are so quick and
There, bro.
so
Yeah, it's true, bro.
happy.
He did say that, bro. You fake gassed me up. But yeah, bro, like definitely check us out. We try to give you guys content. Again, we are working on other things, boy Greg is gonna be handling, segment where we actually do some pack openings. So, stay tuned for that. But yeah, bro. It's a good one, brother. You have a good one, man. Great listening to you.
Facts, NFT City, peace.